China has named Wang Yi as its next foreign minister, removing Qin Gang from that role. The replacement ends weeks of speculation about Mr. Qin's status, if not his whereabouts. That decision was made during a special session of the National People's Congress Standing Committee. Mr. Qin was appointed foreign minister in December last year, but had been noticeably absent during many recent high-profile events, for which Mr. Wang had been sent to attend in his place. And for more, the CNA's Low Minmin joins us live from Beijing. Minmin, what do we know of what has been called the latest cabinet reshuffle?
Well, there has been a lot of speculation that this news could break today because today's National People's Congress meeting is quite unusual in the sense that it was announced only a day before as opposed to usually at least 7 days before. And it's only held for 1 day as opposed to the usual 3 to 4 days. Analysts say that this suggests that it was an emergency meeting convened to discuss the fate of the now former foreign minister, Qin Gang. Now, it ends weeks of speculation about his disappearance, but it's also still very surprising that his tenure lasted only 7 months, given that he is handpicked by President Xi to be promoted to this position really much quicker than many of his peers. Analysts say that this could mean that there was backstabbing and political infighting within the party that led to this, or perhaps corruption charges that were too big to ignore. There are also rumors on social media of disciplinary issues, such as him being involved in an extramarital affair with a news anchor. But it's worth highlighting that none of these theories, analysts say, have any credible evidence backing them, and we may never ever know the real reason behind his downfall. And analysts say the public is now just grasping at all sorts of different theories given the silence from the government. Now, of course, the Foreign Ministry had previously said that Qin Gang had been absent because of health reasons, but later, when questioned by reporters to elaborate further at the daily press briefing, the Foreign Ministry refused to offer further information, and the question had been removed from the official transcript of the press briefing. And analysts say that this suggests that much has been left unsaid about the real circumstances behind his step down.
Of course, Minmin, more perhaps than other ministers in China's State Council, Qin Gang would be noticed by the foreign community because he was foreign minister. Could this impact China's relations or its management of foreign relations?
Certainly, this is taking place at a time of really the height of diplomatic activity in China, because during his disappearance, we saw a slew of visits by American officials to China. Wang Yi had to take over Qin Gang's duty by attending the ASEAN summit in Jakarta. Wang Yi also met in place of Qin Gang the former U.S. Secretary of State Henry Kissinger in Beijing last week. So it is a good thing that Wang Yi, who is a very experienced diplomat and had in fact been foreign minister before being promoted to be the top diplomat, is able to take on Qin Gang's responsibilities really without a hitch. But there is no question, analysts say, that there would be that this incident would cast a shadow of a doubt on President Xi's leadership of the country and the credibility of the party, especially given the opaque decision-making process that is being widely criticized here. But still, Qin Gang's exit is not likely to change the overall arc of China's foreign policy. Analysts say that regardless of who is foreign minister, China's foreign policy is likely to remain consistent.
Thanks so much for that. Low Minmin speaking to us from Beijing.